of Mr. Manoj Singh and Mrs. Geeta Singh's DC SAF. They have made history. Welcome to their 13th annual DC SAF. The magical hands of this power couple are the founders, they're the directors of this film festival. And of course, they're renowned not only here in the United States of America, but they're known and renowned all throughout the world. From independent films to feature films to, I mean, you name it, they have it. And we Washingtonians are just very, very lucky. So we are particularly lucky because tomorrow we get to, and have the fame and fortune, to actually view the world premiere feature film this evening, Puratawn. Am I correct? Puratawn. I love Bengali even though they say. All right, so let's proceed. To my right, hello? To my right, it's my honor to introduce to you an honorable gentleman who embodies the American dream through his inspiring life journey. Born in India, migrated to the United States of America, with his sheer determination, created jobs and businesses and contributed to the community and to this adopted country. He amplifies the constituents in the Michigan's 13th district. His passion, his integrity is well noted in education, healthcare policies, and of course his diverse creation of pathways to success the underserved communities. Just on a personal note, now I see why my son, the brain surgeon, Dr. Ratnesh Mehra, is in love with Mr. Thanedar, because he is also a brain surgeon in Michigan, Detroit, and they're good friends. So, Mr. Thanedar, Honorable, many of you might know, but he's a doctor. DR, he did his PhD in India, so I call him Honorable Dr. Thanedar. He is so fond of his public works, and many Indians call him the public servant, which is his true dedication and a true advocate for people around the communities. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct privilege to introduce to you Dr. Honorable Congressman Shri Thanedar. Please put your big hands together. Sir, will you please share a few words with us?
Nilimaji, thank you. Let's give a big hand to Nilimaji. 50 years of service in the media. 50 years of service in the media. I'm just so happy to be here, happy to inaugurate this fantastic film festival, and I want to congratulate all of the team, the DC Film Festival team, Mr. and Mrs. Singh, all of you for being here. I'm a scientist by training. Now I am the congressman from Michigan's 13th district, which is Detroit, Michigan. And I am the 5th Indian American congressman in the United States. And I started even though I'm a scientist, I often spend a lot of time my entertainment was going to experimental theater. And I don't know if some of you know, in Dadar, Mumbai, growing up, I used to go to a place called Chavildas Theater, where best of the best plays used to be. And my favorite thing is to be at film festivals where you get to see a lot of creativity. And that is why I am here. Tomorrow, we have a short film at 5:45. The name of the short film is Dear Pro. It's a film about mental health. It's a film about mental illness, and it is a part of a story, my story taken from my own life, and has been beautifully produced by the director, Nitin Arsul, who's here. Let's give a big hand. And the entire brilliant creative team of Rituparna. So don't forget to watch that film tomorrow at 5:45. And I just want to thank you all for your support to the arts, your support to this creative process, and your support for promoting South Asian films and filmmakers in DC area. In the United States Congress, I focus on mental health, I focus on creating better education opportunities, and I help people, underserved people, become entrepreneurs. So that is some of the things that I focus on in the United States Congress. But I also serve the Indian American community, and I'm so proud to say that I was the first congressman forming the Hindu, Jain, Buddhist, and Sikh caucus in the United States Congress. So I'm an unapologetically pro-Hindu congressman. I'm an unapologetically pro-India congressman in the United States Congress. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Congressman. You're absolutely fabulous. Like any other politician, he does not slip up on words. So I thought I was good, but you're super good. And now moving on to the next handsome gentleman on the table, whom I've had the pleasure of interviewing on Fox 5. This gentleman works tirelessly to elevate the voice of Indian diaspora on the world stage and promotes social impact and philanthropy. This gentleman is of course handsome and very giving. His name is Mr. Sanjeev Joshipura. And Sir Sanjeev Joshipura is the Executive Director of Indiaspora, which is an organization which unites Indian leaders and fosters collaboration across the communities. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your big hands together. And he is the main sponsor of this evening, right, Mr. Singh? Mr. Manoj Singh is the sponsor this evening, India Diaspora. Please put your big hands together for Mr. Sanjeev Joshipura. And now from one woman to another woman. It is my distinct honor to call upon an acclaimed and a versatile actor in Indian cinema who has made a remarkable foothold in both Hindi as well as Bengali cinema. She is gorgeous. Her compelling performances, her grace, her beauty, her craft, and her acting has earned her numerous lifetime awards and accolades. Just in case you didn't know, she is and dwells in Virginia, which was her first home. She does not dwell here right this moment, but Virginia was her first home. Ladies and gentlemen, the star of Puratawn, gorgeous Rituparna Sengupta. You will hear her melodious voice in the movie tonight, as well as you will hear her speak after the movie in the Q&A period. And now, the reason we're all here this evening is because of our partner in crime. He's a highly acclaimed filmmaker, a storyteller, a distinct voice in Hindi cinema. He has directed numerous films which explored screen complex social and human themes. His movies absolutely blend realism with emotional insights. For this, he has earned himself numerous awards and accolades in both national and international film circles. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a gentleman who has enriched the landscape of contemporary cinema. And he's also a professor, I just learned, in Miami, Florida, so we can nudge and bother him anytime we like, Mr. Singh. His true to good name The good-looking, handsome gentleman here this evening within us Washingtonians is Mr. Suman Ghosh. Please put your big hands together. We shall hear Mr. Ghosh speak a little later this evening. He will definitely interact with you, your questions, and anything you want to ask him. He's a very humble gentleman. I interviewed him for his movie when he came with Rituparna in 2015. I was a lot younger then. And you haven't aged, you're still handsome. Thank you, sir, for your graciousness. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a tall, thin gentleman who I know very well, a very close friend of mine. He is actually going to be showing a movie tomorrow. It's a 15-minute short film, Dear Bra. It is written, and the story is by our friend here, the Congressman Shri Thanedar. The director is none other than the gentleman whom I'm about to introduce you to. Please do see it. It's a true story. Please do see it. It's about mental health. And lots of people in our society, in our community, shy away from mental disease. Trust me, I live with 5 doctors in the house, and we go through this every day on Fox 5. So you must see it. I must say you must see it. And the big hands of this director behind this whole thing is none other than Mr. Nitin Adsal. Sir. And the last person that I'd like to introduce here this evening is a beautiful lady. Wait a minute. Yeah, 3. We're even, 3 and 3. Thank you. You know, the first year when Mr. Singh and Ms. Geeta did the red carpet, I introduced so many, and they were all male, male, male. I said, where are we females? It's a woman's world out there. Thank you. Anyway, this lady, she's amazing. She's not only beautiful. A couple of years ago, 20 powerful women were recognized from the United States of America at the Capitol Hill. Her Highness, I was one of them. And the other one, remember, 20 women out of the United States of America were recognized. And this other lady who holds equally as beauty and grace was Miss Indrani. So please, I think she needs a big round of applause. Miss Indrani brings the community together. She hugs the community. I should say Queen Indrani. Do you know she was crowned, and I mean crowned, and she's not wearing her crown today as Miss South World, am I right, South Asia World at 2021. So she is, thank you, she is, I should say, once a queen, always a queen. Once you wear a crown, always you will wear a crown. Miss Indrani runs a Puratawn school, and her students have actually performed for the Capitol Hill. Actually, the last one that performed was for the DCM, the incoming DCM at the Indian Embassy, and she was absolutely graceful. Miss Indrani is a dynamic leader, a powerful woman, a movie maker, and her passion, her dedication has actually taken her into worldwide recognition with all the awards and accolades. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Indrani Davaluri, here she is. So I think this concludes our this concludes my barking on the microphone, which I do every Saturday morning the last 53 years on Fox 5. Now we will throw the microphone to the press. Does anybody from the press have any questions, excluding me? Any of these celebrities? There you go, Mr. Rajivji.
Really, my dear, awesome job.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Our question for Rituparna, we just came because you introduced and talked about Virginia.
Yes.
And so I would like to know a little bit more about that. Where, how, etc. And how do you feel coming back to Virginia?
Good evening, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here tonight. Yeah, to answer your question, because I'm making it short, because Manoj is already panicking, it's already 7 o'clock past. Yeah, because whenever I come back to DC, it's very nostalgic for me, because this was my first home after my wedding, because my husband is based here, and we have a house in DC, and I've got many, many memories to reckon. I did a film here before by one of our my favorite, but unfortunately is no more, by Raj Basu, called Piani's Password. So whenever I come here, I remember those days of which we had lovely time. And of course I have lovely friends here, wonderful people. And today to be here in this festival is a big honor for me. Manojji and Ritaji, thank you very much for selecting my film. Our film, Suman, is here, me, and of course it's a special film for us because Sharmila Tagore has been doing a film after 14 years in Bengali cinema. And the other thing is, Manojji, thank you very much for honoring me last time also in my another film, where I got the special jury female award, though it was virtual and it was COVID time. But yeah, so yeah, remembering Virginia is always special to me, to answer back your question. And I lived in Arlington for a little bit, and then we have a house here too. So sometime I wish that I come back and live here for more time. Thank you.
Getting you back here.
Sure, thanks.
Before you ask the next question, we have 10 minutes to finish, and then we'll go to red carpet.
If you're not done within 10 minutes, guess what? I just snatched the microphone from you. That's what they teach us at the studio. All right, number one, thanks a million. I appreciate your question, Rajiv Bhai. Anyone else? Press? Yes, sir.
So I have a question for Honorable Congressman. Thank you for bringing the topic, the mental health, which is very important. So in future, do you think for the community, if anyone wants to work with you regarding the things, and the people here, if they want to collaborate with that?
Yeah, we'd be happy to. And something that the film focuses on about is the shame that often is associated with mental illness, the stigma associated with, and we have to look at mental health in the same manner as we would look at physical health, any other health issues. And so something the film talks about is the stigma and the shame that's associated, unfortunately, with some.
Was it easy or a little vulnerable for you to make this happen?
It is very, very vulnerable, very difficult, because it is very personal, and something that I went through, my children at the age of 4 and 8 went through. So this is a very personal story, but the reason I decided to come out and talk about it is because this is a subject that should not be something of a shame. No one should feel shame in addressing their own mental health issues. 1 in 5 people in America are struggling, suffering with mental health. So that is what we talk about in this film.
Thank you. Thank you for doing it.
All right, anyone else? Fox 5, sorry?
She has a question.
Yeah, Dr. Mera from Fox 5.
One quick question for all 5, 6 of you on stage. We have economics, beauty, brains, finance, politics, PhDs, science. We have it all represented here. But today we are focusing on culture and film and entertainment, and we are in a state of transition on a global level for the Indian film industry, for the United States film industry. Tell me 3 words that you would describe where the industry's going. 3 words for the future of the industry.
3 words and nothing more, Mr. Ghosh.
Of which industry?
Entertainment, film, music, entertainment. Where are we going? 3 words.
It's very difficult to answer in 3 words, but I can say for myself that what I try to convey is, somebody described, you actually did, realism, entertainment, and topicality. Those are the things I try to convey to my friends. Yeah.
Innovation, not AI influenced stuff. We should take care of it because talent is more important than the technical stuff. But yes, sometimes it's not easy. And the other part is the human aspect and the real reality.
Reality, beautiful, excellent. Sir, oh, me too? Oh. Listen, I don't know, man. I'm a biochemist by profession and a teacher and a professor and I'm a violin player, Bharatanatyam dancer. The only three words I have to say is loyalty, honesty, and faithful. If you're those three to your heart, mind, body, and soul, everything will fall in place. I love you all.
I would say digital, novelty, and innovation.
I would go with something very basic, a culmination of world culture. And my movie stands for Indian culture being a part of the American arts landscape. So that's where I'm coming from.
Let me bring another angle to it. The ultimate tool of soft diplomacy and soft power.
No time for follow-up questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Fox 5. You know what, I'm so afraid to give the microphone to Mr. Ghosh because he said that I stole his words, and we're divided between them. He wants to steal my words, but that's not allowed because we're divided. I have a beauty queen in between. All right, sir, go ahead.
Can you please talk about the movie that's on the screen? Yeah, a little background about the movie.
Background?
Yeah.
See, there's a post-film question answer session, so I think it's better to talk about the movie then. But I personally think that this movie is very novel to all of us. As Ritu also said, she quite humbly told about Sharmila Tagore, but we know that she is a superstar of Bengali cinema for many decades now. So for me to working with such two of legends of Bengali cinema and Indian cinema was an honor. And also, since we were talking about mental health, if you see the movie, so I don't want to give away that, so our film is also in a way related to what Mr. Thanedar was saying about his film, and so I think so we have a common theme here. So that's what.
I think the mental health issue is very important. Mr. Thanedar rightly said. I'm very impressive about it. Thank you.
All right, anyone last question? I have 30 seconds.
So I want to ask what Sanjay.
You don't? Go ahead, go ahead.
Why India's sponsoring this event? Can you please?
Thank you. The reason Diaspora chose to get involved in this, there's a few reasons. First of all, DC is known as a political town and a policy town, which it is. We have Congressman Shri Thanedar here with us, but that's not to minimize the other aspects of Washington DC. And Geeta and Manoj and their team have been doing such an outstanding job for several years that in Diaspora's role to amplify and position and inspire the Indian diaspora as a force for good, we felt compelled to take up this cause and sponsor this event. Also, the relationships that we have pre-existing with people like Shri Thanedar, Nilima, also Rituparna, who we know from her Singapore residence, was another factor that caused us to sponsor. So we are just delighted to be doing this for the first time. Hopefully it's an association we can continue.
Thank you, Sanjeev. Thank you, Diaspora.
Geeta will now present flowers to the gorgeous actress for this evening. Put your big hands together for the beauty girl from the movie that you're about to feast your eyes upon. You didn't get me flowers? अभी मैंने इनको मन्ना दे का गाना सुनाया, अब तो मुझे और सुनाना पड़ेगा. Oh my God. All right, and then also there should be two more. Am I correct? She got it. And then one is for Mrs. Gita Singh.
Please like, share, subscribe and follow PilupuTv.